Hi, my name is Nicole Cervantes, and I'll be discussing a cultural immersion field experience, examining pre-service music teachers' beliefs about cultural differences in the music classroom. And this was written by Andrea J. Van Duysen. First, I wanted to touch on why this experiment was so significant and important. There's been a trend within secondary and elementary public schools that students of color and English language learners have been increasing and white students have been decreasing. And although this has been happening within the students, the teachers still remain mainly female and white. So to show this, there's some statistics done. With a projection of 2025 demographics of students, 46% of students will be white, 29% Hispanic, 6% Asian, and 44% multi-race. And then with a study done of 2012 teachers, 76% were female, 82% white, 7% black, and 8% Hispanic. So as you can see, a very vast majority of teachers are white, and students not so much. There's going to be an even more increase of students of different backgrounds, different races. And so this is an important topic because we need to understand, as teachers who will likely be seeing students of different race, we need to understand all cultures and understand how we can best teach them. For the experiment was done in Dearborn, Michigan, and this is home of the largest population of Arabs and Muslims in the U.S. They took 9 undergraduate students that were studying music education and put them in elementary school music classrooms. And what they did is first they just observed and then talked with the students, and then eventually they planned lesson plans and then they taught the students. And this all took place in March of 2017. So some good things that I saw from this article that I thought were important to mention. The classroom teacher that was already teaching these students had actually learned some Arabic, and they used this with the students. So they learned how to joke with them and how to scold them, and the students just loved it. They would laugh and they would just love when the teacher used that. And then another good example of what the teacher would do is this example here from a student's journal. It says, there was a girl whose hair was sticking out of her hijab. So the teacher went over and pulled the hood of her sweater up to cover it and said, you're showing. If you want to go and fix it privately, you're more than welcome to. So I think this is very significant because it shows that the teacher had not only learned about their culture and understood everything that it meant to them, but they had learned how to apply it, and they used it in their teaching to help these students. In the next slide, this is taken from another student's journal about this process, and they stated, they wanted to educate us about their lives and culture. Our curiosity was met with honesty and openness. Headscarves, Ramadan, and traditions are not topics to be sidestepped and avoided. They are integral to the lives of the kids and should be treated as such. So I think this quote was so important because it shows that these students, they love their culture and they're more than willing to share about their culture. And it's more often the teachers of a different race that are going to feel maybe a little uncomfortable, but that really shouldn't happen. If we learn about their culture and are willing and open to it, then these students love to share. And then some last thoughts from this journal were some pieces of advice. They said for pre-service music educators to take courses about cultural diversity, give students experimental learning opportunities in socio-cultural contexts, and provide students with the opportunity to self-reflect. This meaning that students should reflect on their own race and what that means to themselves and others around them. So it's important in undergraduate for students to study all the other cultures and how they can best be able to teach them, and also to become more aware of their own race. And then there's the citation. So this was a great article. I would recommend reading it to anyone. Thank you.